Hi, this is Keith Bryant, Global SMT and Packaging Magazine. I'm here at Productronica India 2025 with Ross, the CEO of Indium, and we're going to talk all things soda paste and manufacturing in India. So, welcome Ross. Good to see you somewhere else around the world. And you have manufacturing here, so maybe that's a good starting point for our conversation.
Yeah, it's about 6 years ago. I broke the coconut on the front stoop of our new building down in Chennai. And we're really happy about the growth that we've had. It's been quite a journey, a lot of learnings along the way, as you know, but we've been able to get our product here manufactured, specifically our solder paste, to support customers throughout all of India. And it's been very rewarding to see what the team here locally can do for growth and support of those customers.
Yeah, it's always a challenge when you have to move manufacturing to a different location, but you guys seem to have been very successful in doing it.
Yeah, we have, and one of the reasons I think it's been successful is we're bringing the know-how from Singapore and Malaysia right here to India, and there's a lot of ease of transfer of knowledge, transfer of good language skills back and forth, and then of course our incredible flux vehicles, which are what kind of is our secret sauce in many ways, are coming right from Singapore to here into India to make the paste. So we're fortunate that we have such a strong footprint in Singapore and many, many years of production there.
Yeah, and you obviously have stable formulations and all the other things that you need for reliability and repeatability in the customer base.
Absolutely, yeah. We our main product, we had to avoid the void is still a big topic out there in the market, and our products are still leading in the ability to reduce voiding while still having a robust process throughout, and that's still continues to be of great value here in India.
Yep, voiding is, well, it becomes more of an issue when you have thermal pads and you have smaller BGA pads and you have all of these things. So yeah, it was definitely hit the sweet spot at the right time.
Yes, and then you have now with the India marketplace, you have automotive growing here, you have a lot of infrastructure work growing here, so the voiding just continues to be a big part, as well as reliability overall.
Yeah, and obviously, like everyone, your volumes in India are growing probably exponentially.
It's very real possibility that we'll be doubling every year, or maybe at least growing by 50% or more every year, which is really, really fun.
Almost the inverse of Moore's Law then.
Yeah, that's great. So
yeah, it is. And also, obviously, you're manufacturing the low temperature products here as well, which are, I know, growing really well in the marketplace globally.
Yeah, that ability to process a circuit board at maybe, while turning the temperature down maybe 20 to 40 degrees, and you think about that over hundreds of SMT lines, the impact, sustainability, and actually your energy bill, but then to have the final solder joint able to have the reliability that you want for the mission profile at hand is quite amazing. So we've been able to reduce the temperature and actually in most assemblies increase the reliability over the traditional SAC 305 material.
Yeah, and by reliability, your key area, I guess, is the HASS testing and crack testing and all of these things.
The Durafuse LT, which is our material, so LT for low temperature, is actually able to, if you look at the Weibull plots from the thermal cycling, is able to extend the life and be more reliable, while also being able to handle drop shock conditions that you would normally you could anticipate in mobile devices, or also even in the factory experience where you're doing probe testing and other aspects. So
as well as getting over the brittle issue, being able to drop the temperature 20 or 40 degrees is much kinder on the circuit board, and it's kinder on all of the components as well.
Right, and now an application we didn't anticipate, because it's just been emerging, is these huge SoCs that are used for AI processing. These BGAs are massive, and if we can reduce the temperature of the reflow, we can actually reduce the warpage and increase the line yields of assembly, and ultimately have a more reliable device.
I saw some that were 120 millimeters square, and they, to be honest, it scared the hell out of me.
And I was just at Semicon Taiwan last week. It's great to be here at Productronica right on the heels of that, because I'm seeing two markets that are incredibly dynamic. One for the AI and the high-end CPU packages, the CoWoS development, everything that's happening in Taiwan, and then here just the sheer scale of both OSATs and EMSs growing at the same time.
Yeah, and I did an interview earlier today with a company who are working with companies in Saudi Arabia, the Arab Emirates,
Okay.
to set up manufacturing over there, and they're going straight into AI server boards.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's wild.
So it is. But that's the speed that everything moves now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you guys are, you have a big R&D, you're going to be developing the next stage of products coming on the back of this. And you've already got, as you say, 2 leading products in the market. And I was at a conference yesterday, and voiding was the biggest thing that everybody was still talking about.
Right. Well, and it's funny because voiding is also coming up even more now with all the thermal demands of these devices. And so voids used to be a worry maybe early on for reliability, or maybe like the possibility of creating shorts between two, like with fine pitch BGAs.
Yeah.
But really right now, the voiding concern is all around thermal performance. And it's just, there's so much power.
Yeah.
The power supply, we got to hear about the memory wall for AI. But there's actually a power wall also, getting enough power to those devices.
Yep.
And so voiding in every aspect of the assembly is not going to go away. It's still part of the experience, part of what we got to engineer. Yeah,
and as you say, the overall temperature inside these boxes that they're building these things in becomes so critical. And I've seen, unfortunately, some of the stuff with my clients where they've had field failures, and the designers just don't build in any kind of allowance for thermal transfer. They assume that the connection is going to be 100%.
Yeah.
And as long as they keep doing that, it's going to be great business for us as consultants, because things are going to keep failing. But if you guys can get the voiding down even more, then the reliability has to keep going up.
And it's been really fun to partner with a couple oven manufacturers around the world on new ways to process the solders. So for example, for improving the thermal contact to the top of die in, let's say, a TIM 0 application, or a TIM 1.5 application, sometimes it's called, you can actually, with the oven technology combined with our preform technology, actually get an incredibly good solder joint between the die and a cold plate that maybe wasn't possible before.
No. That's a new one on me for sure. But yeah, I can see it, it's one of those things with Indium always driving stuff forwards. So
yeah, we're very fortunate to have great engineers talking to our customers, coming up with ideas, encountering these challenges, and then the R&D team gets cranking on it.
Yeah, and then I'd possibly also say having a man at the top who also understands this stuff helps a lot.
Well, my problem is I like it a little too much, I think. So it's really fun to be talking to customers. It's nothing better than that.
Yeah, well, I hope you're going to do more of that at this show, and hopefully see you at another show later in the year at Productronica, if not before.
I'm sure I will. Thanks so much for your time.
Ko-Young is leading a smart revolution that will change the world of electronics manufacturing. Based on our pioneering True 3D measurement-based inspection technology, we revolutionized the solder paste inspection market to such great lengths that 1 in 2 SPIs sold today is from Ko-Young. Building our SPI technology, we expanded to automated optical inspection, also known as AOI. Every year, we introduce new award-winning innovations and have proudly earned the respect from thousands of customers across diverse industries. Aside from our R&D center in Korea, we have research facilities focused on artificial intelligence and deep learning across the world to help us further develop proprietary AI technologies for your challenges. With our global network of sales and service centers, we aim to respond quickly to your needs and to deliver the highest level of customer satisfaction.